Living just enough, living just for the city.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to New Jack City. Today we are talking about Chris Brown and the AMA Awards. Now, let me read some things off real quick before I get into it. All right, so I don't know. Okay, so, well, actually, let me read before that. Okay, anyway, what I'll read is this. Let me just go to Chris Brown stuff, because he just tweeted it, so we can just go on there. Oh, he deleted it? Oh, I guess he deleted it. All right, sorry. Anyway, Chris Brown was supposed to be performing at the AMA Awards. He was going to do Under the Influence, and he was going to, he was going to do a song called Under the Influence off his Breezy album, and then he was going to be doing a tribute to Michael Jackson. Thriller is 40 years old, which is crazy. That album aged so well, because that album is still heat. But it's the 40-year anniversary today, I believe. Today or this month, I forgot. Or not today, no, it's this month. So it's the 40th anniversary of when that album was released, and that changed the world. Now, we all know it's only a couple people that can do an MJ tribute. Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, Usher, and or Omarion. Now, there's only two problems with the three people I just named. Omarion, I love Omarion to death. You already know he's one of my favorite artists, but Omarion ain't really had a hit, so it wouldn't really make any sense for him to be on the AMA Awards. Definitely if he's not even a nominee for anything, which he should have been nominated. If we're being honest, which we're gonna get into a little later, but there were the nominees for Best R&B Album was Lucky Daye, Giovanni, Chris Brown, Brent Faiyaz, and yeah, that's it, right? Yeah, and that's it. So Omarion should have been there because he dropped the album Connection, and that was a good album. Now, obviously, it didn't sell as well as the others because he didn't have a lot of he has his own company, so he's not really getting pushed out like the big record labels like RCA and stuff like that pushing Chris Brown. But he still should have got nominated for me. And honestly, I think he probably would have not won that because there was a couple more albums that was actually a little bit better than his, but he should have got nominated. But that's one of the reasons why he didn't do the performance. Usher, up there in age, he's already a legend, so you can't. It kind of look a little weird if you doing a tribute to a legend when you are a legend. We should be doing a tribute to you. You feel me? So it's like, Usher, you got to get out there. You got to get out the paint. And on top of that, he wasn't nominated either. Ain't dropped the album for I don't even know how long, but that's another reason why he didn't get to do a tribute, so it would have not made sense. But the one that makes sense the most right now is Chris Brown. He already dropped the album. He was already a nominee. He's a living legend as well, but he got skin in the game and stuff like that, but he's not as of a legend as Usher. Usher he don't have to put out anything anymore. His albums, and he can solidify himself as a living legend and going to be legend. Usher is a living legend. Chris Brown is a living legend as well, but he's still got more to do. He's only 30, which is crazy. He's a living legend and he's only 30. He's like 31 or 32 or something like that. That's crazy. But yeah, having that being said, he's still got more things to do. So he makes more sense. Having that being said though, the nominees for Best R&B Album. Now, me personally, I agree with Chris Brown. It don't make no sense why the AMA canceled him. But I'm going to tell y'all this. Black people complaining because, hold on, let me read this. Let me get into what the fans said. So, Chris Brown fans slammed the AMAs for congratulating him on his award after pulling his performance. Why not offer an explanation to why this performance was canceled? That's what the fans are saying on Twitter, right? Which, yeah, it makes sense. I agree. But here's my thing. Y'all slamming the AMAs. Why not we build our own thing? And see, this is why people like myself, right? Bloggers. We are the new journalist and we are the new media in hip hop, right? TMZ used to be, they're somewhat bloggers. Well, they are bloggers actually. Technically they're bloggers, but they're not invested into the to the music, into the black community, how these other podcasters and bloggers are, right? But these other podcasts and bloggers, they don't reinvest themselves. They don't reinvest their money. DJ Academics, he's one of them. And I'm going to make a whole separate video for DJ Academics because I like DJ Academics, but he should have been, because he's always talked about being mainstream. You want to be mainstream and stuff like that. You can build your own facility and build your own platform. You already have the fans to where the industry has to look at you and they have to make your platform mainstream. That's what I'm going to do, at least. And y'all heard it from me first. Once I get to 100K to 200K subscribers and I'm actually really making money off of these videos and stuff like that, I promise you, I'm taking off. I'm gonna make sure my platform goes mainstream. And this whole AMA stuff never happens. Because we always complain about stuff like that, like, oh, fans slamming the AMAs and stuff like that. Like, y'all know for years they have shown us they don't care. AMAs don't care. The Grammys don't care. Any big public music industry type of thing that's on a public platform, they don't care about us. So at that point, we have to make our own thing. Even BET Awards, it's not even black anymore. It's owned by Viacom or something like that, which is white people. So it's like they don't care of what we have to say or what we think about stuff. So we have to follow their rules, and nothing is wrong with that. I agree with it. You're on their platform, so if you're on their platform, you gotta play by their rules. That's how it is. So since you're on their platform and on their rules, that means we have to do stuff ourselves. It's really that simple. And it's not like we ain't got the money. And I know for a fact, if you have investors, we can get investors that's already in the music industries, that's already billionaires. First people that come to my mind, Diddy, Jay-Z, you feel me? Kanye West. I guarantee you, if you brought them not a spreadsheet, but a portfolio of what you want to do and how their money is going to be invested into this, into getting into, this music award show thing, and how the money is going to come back to you within, maybe a year or two, or even, a couple months, or that day. It doesn't matter. However you build that portfolio is going to come back to you. I guarantee you they would invest in it. But we don't think like that, and we don't care about it like that. We just rather complain. Me personally, I've never been like that. I don't complain about nothing. My channel right now is not doing too good. I'm not complaining, as you can see. At least I have fans. At least I have people who are still tuned into my YouTube channel that wants to listen to what I have to say. So, I'm thankful for that. Having that being said, though, people was clowning, or people was dragging the AMAs. And he got nominated. Now, when he got nominated for Best R&B Album, it was between Giovanni. What was it again? It was Giovanni. Hold on, why can't I get to the thing? I'm so lost, y'all. My bad, y'all. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Anyway, Giovanni, Lucky Day, Chris Brown, Brent Faiyaz. And I want to say it was one more. I forgot what it was. It was 5. But I can't think of the 5th. Oh, The Weeknd. The Weeknd, Lucky Day, Giovanni, Chris Brown, Brent Faiyaz. It was those 5. Now, The Weeknd, that was a pop album. That was not an R&B album. I don't even know why he's on there. He hasn't been R&B since R&B been him. Okay? That's not it. Giovanni, I think I'm saying his name wrong, but that was an R&B album. I did hear a little bit of it. Now, I wasn't that much of a fan though, but it's an R&B album. I give him that. Lucky Day, all right, leave that up. Lucky Day, that was an R&B album, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I was really disappointed with Lucky Day, because Lucky Day, his first album was so fire. Y'all don't understand how flame Painted was. He had one whack song on there, and it was Painted. That was it. Everything else was fire, and then he dropped the deluxe. Oh my God, dropped it with 3 to 4 more songs, and all those songs were fire. So I was highly pissed that he didn't deliver a good R&B album. Now, having that being said, it wasn't that bad. It was an okay album, but I expected way more from Lucky Day, because almost everything he's been on, it's either if he was featured on it or he just put it out, nothing but hits. It's just as of recent now that this dude is getting more into fashion and stuff like that. Speaking of the people who went to the AMA Awards and on the red carpet, y'all look crazy as usual. That's why nobody's tuned in watching these music shows anymore, because y'all be looking like buffoons. Having that in with Lucky Daye. Sorry to say, man, and I like you, Lucky Daye. I like you, but you've been looking, as of recent, man, y'all been looking crazy, bro. Brent Faiyaz. I don't know if I told y'all, I see Brent Faiyaz, so I see this dude every other weekend I go out, bro. I don't go out anymore, but whenever I go out, I see this dude. This dude is so local. It's so crazy. But having that being said, his album wasn't all that. I didn't really like Jackie Brown like that. It was cool, though. It wasn't a bad album. It wasn't better than his first album. It definitely wasn't better than his EP. His EP and his first album, flames. But his new album, but I will say this, though. I do need to warm up a little bit more to it. I think I need to give it maybe 2 to 3 more spins before I really give a judge to it. But I will say this, though. It wasn't his best to me. But it wasn't a bad album either. So I think, me personally, I think it should have been between Lucky Daye and Brent Faiyaz. Because Weeknd, that's out. Chris Brown liked his album. You know what? I didn't listen all the way through to Chris Brown, though. And the only reason why I didn't is because, again, he was like, his first songs, he was talking about Bloods and I can get you shot up and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, that ain't R&B. He was like literally rapping. So I'm like, how is that R&B? Now, having that being said, he does have R&B on there, but I don't know. And again, I love Chris Brown. Chris Brown commented on my stuff, as y'all know. He's still one of my favorite artists. Like, if it wasn't for Chris Brown, I would have not got a lot of play. I owe Chris Brown a lot. Let's just say that. I think a lot of men do. You feel me? Any of those house parties? Oh, yeah. Chris Brown and Trey Songz. Trey Songz going through some stuff right now. Got him in my prayers. But Chris Brown and Trey Songz, oh, yeah. Jupiter Love? Wet the Bed? Come on. I Invented Sex and I Invented Head remix off the Chris Brown In My Zone mixtape. Stop playing, bro. Sex? Chris Brown Sex In My Zone mixtape. Stop playing. Damage. I owe him a lot. But I'm going to tell you this. I don't think he should have won that. I think it should have been between Lucky Daye and Brent Faiyaz. And again, I love Chris Brown. And he's a living legend. And he's better than both of them. But I didn't think that was really an R&B album. Having that being said, that's how I feel. We need to build our own industries. We need to make sure that that we get these R&B nominees correct, because there's no way The Weeknd should even been on that list, like, at all. But yeah, that's how I feel. How do y'all feel, though? Leave in the comment section. Give this video a big thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel, okay? I will see y'all next time. All right.
Living, just enough. Living, just